Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can easily create an entire page on your website that allows your customers to bundle a bunch of different items together or even mix and match different items across your entire website. This is perfect if you want to allow customers to create an entire box, or if you want to maybe give them a discount and encourage them to mix and match different products, and the more that they mix and match, the better a discount they could get. And here's an example of what I mean so you can visually see what I'm about to teach you. And now let's go ahead and dive into my computer and I'm going to show you how to do this right now. First thing you're going to want to do is make sure that the MW Bundle Builder app is installed onto your Shopify store, and you can use the link down in the description below that will take you directly to the Shopify store so you can just quickly install it onto your store. And then after you install it onto your store, you're going to go ahead and click on Create Offer. Now, if you saw some of my previous videos, you notice that I went through the compact section, and now I want to go ahead and show you what it's going to look like if you do the mix and match expanded. So the expanded version actually allows you to have an entire page dedicated to your customers mixing and matching different products that are all on your website, and you can set it up to where they can create their bundle and get a discount the more that they add to their bundle. But again, the beauty of this is it allows you to have one page dedicated to all of the products on your store rather than just having it on the product page. So for example, if you want to be able to say, hey, anything on my store, the more you add, the more of a discount you get, you can mix and match and pick whatever you want. This would be the page for you. And I'm going to show you how you set this up, and I'm also going to show you how you can build a box. So again, the expanded one allows you to have an entire page dedicated to your customer being able to build a box, and they can build a box with any items on your store, and you can have one whole page and you can say, hey, there's a box of 2 for this price, a box of 4 for this price, so on and so forth, and they can put any item on your store in their box. So let's start with the mix and match. So I'm going to go ahead and select mix and match, and then I'm going to click on the select button. Here are the details, and we're just going to give this offer a name so that way we can see it on the back end. This is just for organizational purposes. Your customers will not see this on your storefront. So I'm just going to say mix and match all, and this will tell me that all of my products can be mixed or matched. Now I actually don't have this already as an existing product inside of my store. If I did, I would just click on this little button, but because I don't, I'm going to tell the app to go ahead and create a new product, and then I can also edit the Shopify product once it creates it on the product page, just like I would any other product. Now moving on, because I am doing an entire page, I want it to be the expanded version. This allows me to set up the page so that they can see all of the different products rather than like in my last video, we did the compact version, and this is for more of like a product page. So we're going to use the expanded version, and then we're going to move on to the quantity. Now, because I'm doing my mix and match, I'm not going to do quantity as option because this is more for boxes. I'm actually going to do a minimum and a maximum. So let's say I want my customers to have to, at minimum, select 3 different items, and at maximum they can select 10. Now moving on to the pricing and checkout, I'm going to select set discount and custom price. So here we have a few different options. If we go ahead and we click inside this little button, you can see we can set it up to be a percentage, a bundle price, which is more of like a fixed price once the bundle conditions are met, a quantity discount, meaning that there's a percentage discount based on the number of products in the bundle. But for this one, I want to go ahead and select quantity discount, and then after that I'm going to click on add tier. So at minimum, if someone were to purchase 3, I will give them a 10% discount, and then add another tier. If someone were to purchase, let's say 5, they get a 15% discount, and if someone were to purchase, let's say 7, then they get a 20% discount. Scrolling down, you can select add progress bar, which I highly suggest doing because this will create a progress bar on top of your bundle section, and as your customers add more and more things to their bundle, you'll see the progress bar move, and that kind of entices them to keep adding things to their bundle because they see they're getting a better discount every time they add more items to their bundle. Down here, you can do the advanced checkout processing, and this is basically how you set up what the bundle is going to look like inside of the cart and the checkout. So if you click this little button, you'll notice that you have 2 options, which is your grouped bundle and cart, or the separate items and automatic discount. I personally like the way it looks when it's grouped as a bundle inside of the cart, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Now moving on to our products that are going to be offered in this bundle. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on category. Now I want to title all of my categories, which is basically like the collections that I'm offering in this bundle. So the first collection that I'm going to be offering are my socks. So I'm going to name the category as socks, and then I can either set a minimum or a maximum on how many different products from my sock category can be added to the bundle. You can decide if you want to do this, but I personally am not going to set a limit because if someone wants to buy 4 socks, then by all means they can buy 4 socks. And I also want to make sure that the customers can add multiple quantities of the same product. checked. So let's say someone wants to add 2 pairs of the same sock to their bundle. I want to make sure that this is checked. After that, I'm going to click create and add products. And here I'm going to add products by collection, and I'm going to search for my socks. I'm going to select socks and then click add. And as you can see, I have my sock category, and then all of these socks that are in this category are nested up underneath it. Now moving on, I'm going to add the other category that people can choose from, and that is my lip glosses. So again, I'm just going to leave this selected and then click create and add products. And I'm going to go through and select all of my different lip glosses. So let's say if one particular item in a collection you didn't want to offer, then you can just exclude it, kind of like this. So now we're going to click add, and all of our lip glosses are nested up under the lip gloss category. And then I'm going to offer one more category, which is my headbands. And here I'm going to click create and add products again, and I'm going to search for my headbands and then click add. So I'm going to have a page dedicated to my socks, my lip glosses, and my headbands, and my customers will be able to go through and bundle any of these items together on one dedicated page. Now, something else that's really cool that I love is adding a free gift. So let's say you want to add a tier and you want to give your customers a free gift if they either buy a certain amount of items or if they spend a certain amount. So let's say if they spend $45, they get a free gift, and I'm going to give them my free white signature headband. So that is how you offer a free gift if they either spend a certain amount of money or if they purchase a certain amount of items. Now, one last thing is our advanced settings. I always like to do show low stock messages because this really entices your customers to purchase because it creates a sense of urgency. And you would want to display each variant as a separate item if you were selling something that had different variants, such as like a t-shirt. If it came in a size, small, medium, or large, you would want to make sure that this box is selected. But because all of my items don't really have any variants, they don't have any sizes, I don't need to select this, so I'm just going to leave it unchecked. Now we just need to make sure that we set up the page correctly on our storefront. So we're going to go back to online store, and then we're going to click on edit theme. Here we're going to create a new template, and we're going to name it mix and match all. I'm actually going to hide all of this. And in this section, apps, and I'm going to go down and I'm going to select mix and match. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on save. Now if I just go back into my mix and match all offer, and then I'm going to edit this product inside of Shopify. And now I'm just going to click preview, and here you can see that I have a dedicated page that shows all of my products. So I've got my socks, I've got all of my lip glosses that they can choose from, and then I've got all of my headbands as well. And up here you can see where it has the progress bar, so 10% off, 15% off, 20% off. This is prompting them to add 3 products to get 10% off. And then even down here you can see where it says spend $45 to get 1 gift for free. Another way that they can shop is by categories up here. So if they only wanted to bundle a bunch of socks together, if they only wanted to look at the lip glosses, or if they only wanted to look at the headbands. Now this is one way to offer a bundle on your storefront that allows your customers to bundle different items all across your website into one bundle. But let's say you wanted to offer a box where you say, hey, if you buy a box of 3, it's going to be this set amount. I'm going to show you how to set that up too. We're going to go back into our offers tab, and we're going to click on create offer. After that, we're going to click on the mix and match expanded again, but this time we want to make sure we select build a box. After that, we're going to hit select, and then once again we are going to fill out the details that will help us keep this offer organized. Again, our customers will not see this, so I'm just going to name it box of all. Moving on, again, the product section, we can either have the app create a new product for us, or we can use an existing product. I do not already have an existing product, so I'm going to let the app go ahead and create a new product for me, and then I will edit it on the back end inside of Shopify. Continuing further, we're going to leave this as expanded because again, we are making a dedicated page, so we want the layout to be the expanded version rather than the compact. And moving down to the quantity section, this is where we are going to select quantity as option. Here we are going to set up our boxes. So I am going to create a box of 3, a box of 6, and a box of 8. Moving on to the pricing and checkout, this is where I'm also going to go ahead and do bundle price. Here's where I'm going to set the prices of the boxes. So if someone wants to buy a box of 3 items across my entire website, it'll be $39.99. If someone wants to buy a box of 6 items across my entire website, it'll be $59.99. And if someone wants to buy a box of 8 items across my entire website, I'm going to say that it will be $69.99. Down here, I'm going to select this add progress bar because I want my customers to see the progress that they are making through their discounts to again increase that sense of urgency and encourage them to continue adding items to their bundle. Moving on, now I need to set up my categories, so I'm going to click on this add category button, and here is where I'm going to input the category name. I also am going to do my socks category, and I'm going to leave this minimum or maximum limit alone and make sure that this box is selected. Now I'm just going to click on create and add products. Here I'm going to add my products by the collection, and I'm going to search for my socks. After that, I'm going to add my additional category, and this one is going to be my lip glosses as well. And this one I'm going to search one by one because I have a couple of products that I want to exclude. And last but not least, I'm going to add my last category, which is headbands. Search for headbands, and then I'm going to click add. Now that I have all of my products and my categories, I'm also going to select add free gifts, and this is where I'm going to let my customers get a free gift if they buy a box of 8. The free gift that they're going to get is my white signature headband. You can choose whether or not you want to add a free gift, but I highly suggest doing so because, again, it just encourages your customers to reach one more threshold so that way they can get something in addition to what they're already purchasing. Moving on to the bottom, I definitely want to show the low stock messages, and then I don't have any variants such as like sizes, so I'm just going to leave this box unselected. Now I'm just going to hit save, and now I just want to go back to my online store so I can set this up and make sure that the page pops up correctly. I'm going to hit edit theme, then I'm going to go to the home page, and I'm going to go down to the products tab, and I'm going to click create template, and this one is going to be box of all. After that, I'm going to click create template, and because I want this to be a dedicated page, I'm actually going to hide all of this information. And in the section tab, I'm going to add a block. I'm going to go to apps, and then I'm going to go to the mix and match expanded. After that, I'm just going to click save, and then I'm going to go back to my Shopify product, go to the products tab, and I'm going to click on this box of all. When I scroll down to the theme template, I'm going to select box of all and then click save. If I go to preview it, you will see here that I now have all of my categories. So I have my socks, I have my lip glosses, and I have all the headbands. But the difference is the bundle is set up as a box of 3. So you can see how it has a box of 3 is selected, and then your customers will select their 3 products that will go into that box, so on and so forth for a box of 6. And you can also see that the total price changes as well here at the bottom. And that's it. That's how you create a dedicated page, and you can allow your customers to build a box and also mix and match your different products. Thank you for watching today's video. If you want to learn more about email marketing, Shopify, different apps to use, or just business things in general, then consider subscribing to my channel. And with that, I will see you in the next video.